Pancreatic cancer is one of the deadliest cancers in the world. It grows in silence, no obvious symptoms, no early warning bells. And when it finally shows itself, it's often too late. But it doesn't have to be. If you know the signs, you can catch it early, and that knowledge could save your life or someone you love. Hi, and welcome to Health and Beauty Base YouTube channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We break down complex medical topics into simple, clear insights so you can stay informed and take control of your health. Today's topic is pancreatic cancer. It's a disease that often flies under the radar until it's advanced. But the more you know, the earlier you can act, and early action can make all the difference. In this video, we'll walk you through the most common symptoms you should never ignore, the major risk factors you need to be aware of, how pancreatic cancer develops and why it's so aggressive, and the latest treatments giving patients new hope. So let's start by understanding what the pancreas does and why cancer in this small organ can have such a big impact. The pancreas is a small, flat organ tucked deep in your abdomen, just behind the stomach. You don't feel it. You rarely think about it. But every time you eat, it quietly goes to work. Its first job? Digestion. The pancreas produces powerful enzymes that help break down fats, proteins, and carbohydrates, so your body can absorb the nutrients it needs. Its second job is just as vital: blood sugar control. The pancreas releases hormones like insulin and glucagon, which help keep your blood sugar levels stable. But when cancer develops in the pancreas, both of these systems begin to fail. You might have trouble digesting your food. Your blood sugar may spike or crash. And because pancreatic cancer often spreads early, these changes can happen fast, sometimes before you even realize something's wrong. Now let's talk about the signs. These are the red flags you can't afford to ignore. Number 1, sudden, unexplained weight loss. If you're losing weight without changing your diet or exercise routine, take it seriously. Pancreatic tumors can speed up your metabolism and block your body from absorbing nutrients. The result? Rapid and unhealthy weight loss. Number 2, loss of appetite. People with pancreatic cancer often feel full quickly or lose interest in eating altogether. Even foods you once enjoyed may start to feel heavy or unappetizing. Number 3, nausea and vomiting. The tumor may press on the stomach or block the bile duct, leading to nausea, especially after meals. In advanced cases, vomiting can occur regularly. Number 4, changes in stool. Pale or clay-colored stools could mean that bile is no longer flowing properly. If your stool floats or looks oily, your pancreas may not be producing enough enzymes to digest fat. Number 5, fatigue. This isn't your everyday tiredness. It's a constant, overwhelming exhaustion, even when you've had plenty of rest. Number 6, swelling in the legs, ankles, or abdomen. That could be a sign of fluid buildup, often from the cancer spreading to the liver or nearby lymph nodes. Number 7, jaundice. One of the most visible signs. When bile builds up, it turns the skin and eyes yellow. It's often painless, but it's never normal. And number 8, depression. This one surprises people, but depression can be an early symptom of pancreatic cancer, potentially triggered by chemical changes in the brain caused by inflammation or hormones released by the tumor. If you or someone you know is experiencing several of these symptoms, especially at the same time, it's time to speak with a doctor. Pancreatic cancer isn't just one disease. There are 2 main types, depending on where the tumor forms. First, exocrine tumors. These make up about 95% of all pancreatic cancers. They form in the ducts that carry digestive enzymes from the pancreas to the small intestine. These tumors tend to grow fast and are usually more aggressive. Second, endocrine tumors. Much rarer, these develop in the hormone-producing cells of the pancreas. They are sometimes called pancreatic neuroendocrine tumors, or PNETs. Some of these tumors produce excess hormones. For example, insulinomas release too much insulin, which can lead to sudden blood sugar crashes, causing shakiness, confusion, or even fainting. While endocrine tumors often grow more slowly, they still need to be taken seriously. Knowing the type of pancreatic cancer is essential. It determines how it's treated and what to expect. Now let's take a look at the risk factors, the things that increase your chances of developing pancreatic cancer. First, smoking. Cigarette smoke contains chemicals that can damage DNA in the pancreas, making it one of the top preventable causes of pancreatic cancer. Next, heavy alcohol use. Long-term drinking can lead to chronic inflammation of the pancreas, also known as chronic pancreatitis, and that raises your risk over time. Obesity is another key factor. Excess body fat, especially around the belly, has been linked to higher insulin levels and inflammation, both of which may play a role in tumor development. Then there's diabetes. Both type 2 diabetes and sudden onset diabetes later in life can be linked to pancreatic cancer, especially when paired with other risk factors. A history of chronic pancreatitis, long-term inflammation of the pancreas, also increases risk, particularly if it's been caused by genetics or alcohol use. Diet plays a role too. A diet high in red meat and processed foods, especially those with added preservatives and nitrates, has been associated with a higher risk of pancreatic cancer. And don't forget family history. If a close relative, like a parent or sibling, has had pancreatic cancer, your risk may be significantly higher. Finally, inherited gene mutations. Mutations in genes like BRCA2, CDKN2A, and PALB2 are linked to a higher risk. These are the same genes associated with breast and ovarian cancers, but they can also affect the pancreas. If you have more than one of these risk factors, especially a combination of lifestyle and genetic risks, talk to your doctor. Screening may not be routine for everyone, but in high-risk cases, early detection could save your life. So why is pancreatic cancer so hard to catch early? It comes down to two things: where the pancreas is located and how the cancer behaves. The pancreas sits deep inside the abdomen, tucked behind the stomach and surrounded by other organs. You can't feel it during a routine checkup, and tumors there don't cause obvious symptoms at first. When symptoms do show up, like abdominal pain, jaundice, or weight loss, it usually means the cancer has already spread. And unlike some cancers, there's no simple screening test for the general population. No routine scan, no standard blood test. That's why most people are diagnosed in the later stages, when treatment is harder and options are fewer. Pancreatic cancer isn't just dangerous because it grows. It's dangerous because of how it grows. Unlike many other tumors, pancreatic cancer develops in a hostile environment known as the desmoplastic stroma. This is a thick, scar-like tissue that forms around the tumor, and it's one of the reasons this cancer is so hard to treat. First, the stroma acts like armor. It creates a physical barrier that prevents chemotherapy drugs from reaching the tumor effectively. Second, it blocks immune cells, your body's natural defense system, from getting in and doing their job. Even if your immune system recognizes the cancer, it often can't reach it. Third, and most dangerously, the stroma isn't just passive. It actually helps the tumor grow. It provides chemical signals, nutrients, and even blood vessels that feed the cancer and help it spread. To make matters worse, the tumor also releases substances that suppress your immune system. This prevents your body from recognizing the cancer as a threat, allowing it to grow undetected. So it's not just the cancer cells that are the problem. It's the entire environment around them, working like a fortress. Pancreatic cancer has a 5-year survival rate of less than 5%. But that number improves when it's caught early. So remember these signs: unexplained weight loss, changes in your stool, constant fatigue, jaundice or yellowing of the skin and eyes, and depression that appears out of nowhere. If something doesn't feel right, don't wait. Talk to your doctor, ask questions, get screened. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more clear, medically accurate, and please share this video. It might help save a life. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.